it's Jennifer with Jennifer at Home, and I'm so happy you're here today because today I am going to be working with my husband Alan, and we are going to be cleaning out our garage, decluttering, and cleaning out and decluttering our shed. I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait to get started. Today is a really great day to clean out the garage. It's nice, cool, and breezy outside. It's not too hot, and we're going to go through and clean up and organize and rearrange some of these things. We'll get this garage in order in no time. We have so many things that we can rearrange and put in better order. Let's get started and see what we can do. I have some things that I've labeled already, and this shelf makes it a little cumbersome going through in and out of the garage into the house. So we're going to see if we can put a shelf in our shed outside and move some of these things to the shed, and then we'll be able to have more space in the garage. Once we put one of these shelves in the garage, Alan will be able to take some of his chemicals that he has around the garage and things that will be safe in the shed, and he can put those outside and we can have those out of the garage. Now that we have the shelves emptied, we're going to move them out of the way and sweep and clean behind them. The black shelf doesn't match the other shelves in the garage, so naturally we'll put that in the shed since it doesn't have a nice uniform stainless steel finish like the ones we have in the garage. We'll put this one over in the corner where the black one used to be. Now we have the stainless steel shelves over here, so let's organize it and get everything put back together. Sometimes just moving things around and recreating your storage area can make a lot more efficient use of your space.
And making sure I leave a gap from the wall too, because when it gets hot you don't want anything that's got color like this printed material, because if it gets too hot in your garage it could stick to your paint, and then when you pull it away you're going to have this label stuck to your painted wall.
And that's definitely something we don't want to happen. And here's how everything looks and is reorganized in this corner. We have all of the pellets for the smoker, some rocks down here that we're going to use soon in our landscaping in the backyard. We have tarps, Christmas lights, and a bunch of hunting and camping things. Alan is already going to go ahead and take these rocks out and put them in the landscaping. One more thing out of the garage. To make the garage look nicer and neater, I bought these tarps at the Home Depot. And I used a grommet maker, which is just a little thing you poke a hole, and then you can put this little metal thing in. You just tap it with a hammer, and it makes a really nice grommet. I got these at Walmart in the sewing and crafting section. And then I just got some metal notebook rings, and we're going to hang this right on the front of the shelf. And this way it'll cover up and conceal all of the mess on the shelves. And as you can see, it only took Alan just a few seconds to hang this tarp on the front. And it's a really nice lightweight canvas tarp with a plastic backing. So it hangs nice and straight. I don't need to put anything at the bottom, but it completely covers and conceals everything on the shelf. I already had this canvas shoe bag with a mesh front, and I hung it on the edge of the shelf. It's just the width of the shelf. I just used these little metal hooks that I got a while back at Dollar Tree. It's an over-the-door shoe rack, but it's just the width of the shelf, and it has mesh compartments on the front. I put smaller things in here that we might lose in the garage. that we can keep right here that are handy. I have some plastic tie strips, some safety glasses, some Velcro tie strips, all sorts of different things, even some rain ponchos. It's the perfect way to organize smaller things that you need frequently in your garage. On this shelf I have some coolers on the top and some smaller coolers that are labeled. And then I also put the canvas tarp on the front of this. It'll look so nice and neat once it's pulled down. I have some smaller containers here with things we use frequently. An extra garden hose, a couple extra coolers that we use on a daily basis. We make a quick trip to the grocery store in the heat for a few small things. Some shop towels, a blanket, and some camp chairs on the bottom shelf. And here's how this shelf looks with the canvas tarp on the front. On this shelf we have a couple coolers up on top. And then these items are all labeled. They're all home things, things for around the house. Garden clippers and sprinkler parts and hoses, hand saws, home repair paint, all sorts of things that we use around the house are on this shelf, and a few tools and maintenance items on the bottom. We'll put the tarp down on this one as well, and it'll look so much nicer.
We want to make sure we clean where the shelf used to be. So we'll get this all nice and cleaned up so we don't track anything in the house.
And here's how our nice new space looks. We have all of this extra room so when we come and go it isn't crowded. And we have a nice step stool here for washing the cars or getting anything tall that is hard to reach. This space is orderly as well, with our ladders handy and everything else concealed on this nice sturdy shelf. Now we're going to clean out our garden shed. We have so many things in here that we can really rearrange and move around and make so much better use of this space. And here's how the shelf fits. It fits perfectly. We'll organize all of these things on the shelf. One last thing to do. Alan's going to spread some white rocks around the sprinkler heads in the backyard. Now we won't have to store these in the garage all winter long. The garage looks so much better now and we'll be able to find everything. That's what's so important. And these are all of the things we're getting rid of. We no longer need these things and we don't use them. And all of these totes were completely full. We took all of the things out that we didn't need and we have bagged up and boxed up all of the contents to go donate as soon as we're done. These were a lot of things we were able to part with. We also had a couple large trash bags of things that we wanted to throw away. Our garage is so much more orderly now and so much cleaner. Now we should be able to find everything quickly and easily that we're looking for. And we have all of our donations here ready to load into the car and take to the donation center. Now that all of the hard work is done, it's time to sit down and enjoy some chicken Alfredo pizza. I am so glad you are here today to clean and declutter and get our garage and our shed organized. We're so happy to have this done, and now we're going to get these items to the donation center right away before we change our minds about anything. We'll load them up and get them dropped off, and we'll be all done with our project. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to click the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.